In the fairy tale criminal justice system, the characters from fairy tales and nursery rhymes are represented by two separate yet equally ridiculous groups. The fairy tale police who investigate fairy tale crime, and the fairy tale district attorneys who prosecute the fairy tale offenders. These are their stories. CHU-CHUNK, Chestnut and Hill, 7:26 a.m.
Whoa. You're a glorious Sunday, ZELLE.
And you're late. But hey, I'm glad to see both of you got your beauty rest.
You noticed.
All right, kids, break it up. So, what are we looking at?
Well, you would be looking at 328 Chestnut if it was even here anymore.
Accident?
Not a chance. Perp struck the property from the rear, letting loose some form of wind power.
Wind power. I wonder.
What's with the missing shoe?
Lost last night at a Prince concert. Long story.
How about you? Looks like you had a special night.
How about we stick to the crime?
Ooh, testy.
Any lead so far in our perp?
No dice. The boys downtown got nothing on 10 neither. Come take a look at this. See this yellow tinted fibrous material here? We're stumped on what it might be. Tommy ran it through the crime scene scanning detector and told us diddly squat.
Diddly squat, huh? Sounds like my first marriage. Texture appears almost straw-like in nature.
Straw-like, huh? You may be onto something.
Whatever it is, the whole building was made of it.
And I'm assuming no witnesses?
Actually, Blue questioned the husband and wife were a block away. Running pretty fast from the scene, these two, but they didn't see anything, so we sent them on their way.
Catch where they were headed?
Fourth circle. Why?
I've got a few questions of my own. A few questions for them to answer. Let's ride. And ZELLE,
Yeah?
treat yourself to night in the town tonight, will you?
What are you talking about?
You've been cooped up in that high-rise apartment for months. Get out. Let your hair down.
Alright, maybe I will. For the right man, anyway.
Ain't that the truth? You deserve a prince.
Alright, beat it. I'll be stuck here all day if I don't get busy with this straw-like material.
What a mess.
My gut's telling me someone's got a problem with the tenant, and for some reason destroyed the place in retaliation.
Whatever the reason, it was the last straw.
CHU-CHUNK, Forest Circle, 7:54 a.m.
FTPD, finish line's right here, folks.
What seems to be the problem?
The problem is that you can run, but you can't hide.
Let's hear your names.
Well, I'm Jack.
Sprat, be nimble, and the beanstalk?
Nope. Just Jack. And this is my wife, Julian.
But my friends call me Ian.
That's odd.
What's odd? That my husband's a virtual jogger, or that my friends call me Ian? I mean, it is odd that my friends call me Ian.
We need to know where you were at 7 o'clock this morning.
Well, we were just headed up Chestnut on our daily morning jog.
That it?
Yep. Just walking.
Word on the street is that you were walking pretty fast.
What are you getting at?
You were running! Not walking, running!
Take it easy, man. We've got an eyewitness who paints a somewhat different picture. Does the threat of perjury jog your memory?
Okay, fine, we were running. But let me explain. So we were just headed up on our daily morning jog, but then suddenly JILLIAN got dehydrated. So we went to the nearest quick stop and got her some Propel.
Propel?
It's fitness water.
No, it's water with sugar. I wasn't dehydrated. He made that up so he could use a coupon.
That's not true.
He does this all the time. Last week we pretended we both had broken legs because Target had a bound gun free sale in wheelchairs.
If these two don't get to the point right now, I'll escort them to the point with my fist!
Come on, man, take it easy. Then what?
We headed in, and then we left.
That it?
Well, I doubt this is relevant, but I heard a loud noise which caused me to trip and fall and crack the crown of my screen.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Jack, you and Jill.
Ian.
You and Ian went uphill to buy a bottle of water.
Propel.
Then Jack here fell down and broke the crown on his computer.
And let me guess, you came tumbling after?
No, why would I tumble? That doesn't make any sense.
Then what?
Then we got stopped by those other cops, jogged over here, and got stopped by you guys who made us late for work.
I'll make you late for work with my fist.
Hey, cool it. Did you see anything out of the ordinary? Anything at all?
Come to think of it, while we were buying the sugar water, we did see a couple of shady youths in the candy aisle.
Shady use, huh? Catch where they were headed?
Nope.
Well, while I was eye level with the sidewalk, I saw something strange.
What's that?
Skittles.
Skittles?
Skittles.
Yeah, I know. So I'm thinking if you follow the rainbow trail of Skittles...
We'll find our pot of gold.
We'll take it from here. Enjoy your jog.
Let's get a move on. In this business, every second counts.
Yes, time it seems is running out.
CHU-CHUNK, Center Park, 8:20 a.m.
Well, I guess the old expression is right. Follow the rainbow trail of Skittles and you'll find 2 Germans at a pond.
We don't want any trouble. Yeah, we are innocent.
How about answering some questions?
We cannot talk now. We are busy feeding the wild birdies.
I wasn't aware that birdies ate candy.
Oh, absolutely, policeman. Man, the candy is very popular with the birdies. The pigeons, they prefer the junior mints. The geese, they go bad for the twizzlers. And the duckies, they goobas. Were you aware that in some foreign countries the people feed the birdies with breadcrumb? Breadcrumb? Can you believe that? It's nasty gross. I get the queasy tummy just from thinking of it.
If these 2 dum-dums don't shut their wax lips, they're gonna make friends with the jawbreaker.
We don't have to take this verbal abuse. This is a crime.
Hey, I forget. How many years of jail time for resisting arrest?
500 years.
Okay, we will do as you wish. First of all, you should know that we are German.
Almost threw us off with those hats. We thought you were from Detroit.
These are traditional German alpine hats. Yeah.
And the lederhosen is a nice touch.
No, these are extremely short capri pants. On sale last week at the Marshalls.
Get on with it.
Yeah, so okay. My name is Hansel and this is Gretel. Hello. We are brother and sister. On yesterday morning, our stepmommy kicked us out of the house.
Why did your stepmommy kick you out of the house?
Stepmommy is evil. Stepmommy is always evil. She was so sick of these fake German accents.
Wait, you're faking your accents?
Yeah, I mean, sure, you didn't pick up on that. It sounds like really annoying to us, but we figured everyone else expects it. Give the people what they want, right?
Wait, all Germans are faking it?
Oh, sure, I thought that was like common knowledge.
Wow.
I know.
All this time.
I know.
Anyway, where were we?
No,
Wait.
We prefer your natural dialect.
Please.
Alright, sweet. What a load on. Yeah. So as I was saying, our stepmom kicked us out and left us all alone in the middle of town. She's like evil. So we started retracing our steps with Google Maps on GRETEL, but the battery died. There we were, like lost, tired, and uber hungry. Ran into this huge candy stuff quick stop. So we bought like 8 Halloweens worth of candy instead of cashier noticing over the per item limit looked at us. Then we went home. And at home we got more good news. Our stepmom wasn't evil after all. It was just a little bloodsugar. Her evil disappeared after I gave her 8 boxes of Mike and I.
That's a very fascinating story, and I'm glad to hear it have a happy ending, and I very much appreciate some peanut M&Ms. But we have more pressing issues to discuss.
Did either of you see anything out of the ordinary while at the quick stop?
No, though I did see like a big hairy guy walking across the street with an industrial fan.
Did you see where he was headed?
Hard to say, I was like so hopped up on fun dip.
Hey, Piper. Strike 2.
Our furry fan man.
Down out in the boonies. We gotta fly. Thanks, kids. Stay out of trouble.
Dankeschön.
Whoever our hairy perp is, he's got a sweet tooth for destruction.
CHU-CHUNK, the sticks. 9:37 a.m.
Took you fellas long enough.
Aw, Ugly D missed me.
Drew all of us, George.
So what do you got?
Well, I heard about the water on the pile on Chestnut. Based on the report and the workmanship here, it's the same curve. Identical approach from the building from the backside, identical wind velocity. This time though, different substance.
What are those?
The texture appears almost stick-like in nature.
Yes, stick-like.
They're sticks.
Oh,
And the other one was straw.
Huh.
well, I got a question. Why would anyone build a home out of sticks?
Same reason they build one out of straw.
Why that?
That's what they pay us to find out.
What happened to you?
Looks like Gold's got a witness.
Next door neighbor was on his way home, the first one on the scene.
Shall we?
Much thanks, Dee. Sorry we can't stick around.
Be careful, you two.
Careful is my middle name.
I thought it was Yolanda.
I had it changed.
Nice.
Why does she go by Ugly D again?
It was the nickname I gave her.
Why?
Why? She's got a ponytail and glasses. There's no way she's actually hot under all that.
I heard that it's on the inside that counts.
Like organs?
Yeah, I guess that doesn't make any sense. Hey there, Goldie. How's that coffee?
Lukewarm. I'm guessing you want to meet our new friend?
What's your name? Dumbo?
Marcus? Ow! Look, I told her what I know.
Just tell him exactly what you told me.
Okay, I was on my way home from a doctor's appointment, and I suddenly hear this noise. Like someone dropped a box of toothpicks or something. I look up, and I see that mess over there. Now, can I go home? I'd rather not get wrapped up in a big investigation.
Did you see anything else besides the pile of sticks?
No. Ow!
Is everything all right, sir?
Yes, everything's fine. I feel great. Ow!
Marcus, let me ask you, what's the square root of 64?
8.
What do you call a group of geeks?
A gaggle.
How often do you work out at the gym?
Twice a day. Ow!
Mind telling us what's going on, Marcus?
My name isn't Marcus. It's Pinocchio.
I saw something about this guy in Oprah.
Well, I guess there's no hiding it now.
Let's hear it, Maria Manua knows.
Okay, I'm what you'd call a test tube kid. There's this rebel scientist, my dad, who created me, and for some reason thought it would be a brilliant idea to endow me with an unbelievably enormous honker. I think he read a maxim that women like men with striking features, and he somehow translated striking as huge and features as schnoz. So he mixed the DNA of a human and an anteater, and ta-da, Abercrombie model. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, Dr. Frankenstupid thought it would be, I don't know, fun, a challenge, if my nose were connected to the nerve endings in my brain in such a way that whenever I tell a lie about anything at all, my trunk here grows 3 inches. What about you? What's your life story? Pretty much the same, right?
Listen, Rhino, you may have been through a lot, but that doesn't give you the right to disrespect the man who gave you life. After all, Father knows best.
Alright, I realize that it's part of a police detective's job to make bad puns to emphasize points. Can you do me a solid and limit the nose humor? I'm really sensitive about it.
No deal.
Wait. I don't understand. When you lied before, it didn't look like your nose grew, it looked like you were in pain.
Yeah, well, I can explain that. See, I wasn't at the doctor's for a routine checkup, if you get my meaning. Right after getting my nose taken care of, the doctor warned me that my nerve endings would still be sensitive to lies.
I see.
Did you see anything suspicious at the scene of the crime?
No? Ow! Oh, look, I'll tell you, but you have to keep me out of the papers. I don't need this sort of press.
Out with it, Toucan Sam.
See, that was uncalled for.
What'd you see?
I saw a bunch of people in basketball jerseys poking around the rubble, and as soon as the siren started up, they hopped into their SUV and peeled out of there.
How many of them did you see?
I don't know.
Any of these guys have a fan or excessive body hair?
I don't know.
Marcus! Should I call you Pinocchio? Out of curiosity, does that thing only give you trouble during intentional lies or anything inaccurate?
Anything inaccurate, unfortunately.
Do me a solid and answer yes to everything I'm about to ask you.
Okay.
Were there more than 4 people digging around the rubble?
Yes.
More than 10?
Yes. Ow!
How about exactly 5?
Yes. Ow!
9?
Yes. Ow, 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 owie.
6?
Yes. Ah!
8?
Yes. Ah!
7?
Yes. Oh.
7 it is then.
Thanks.
Happy to help. Ah!
So we
Oh.
got 7 ballers, but no way of finding them. Without the plates, we're sunk.
Jiminy Cricket!
Excuse me, officers?
How about you keep your nose out of this?
Snowman.
Excuse me?
The license plate. Snowman. Kinda hard to forget something that strange.
Snowman, call it in.
Maybe it's that Frosty guy and his posse.
How about you leave the predictions to us, Nostradamus?
Hey, Piper. I need a trace on plate number Snowman. Yeah, I'll hold. Yeah, I'll hold.
You two better have some news.
Captain, good morning.
It's gonna be the opposite of a good morning. If I don't hear some results. We've got 2 down buildings and 0 arrests. When I do the math, that's 2 buildings too many, and 0 is a darn low number.
It's the lowest number.
What about negative numbers?
Arguable.
I don't need a math lesson from you two. I need a result lesson. I got the commissioner, the mayor, and Governor Grimm breathing on my neck.
Can I go now?
You two had better track down whoever next to straws and sticks. And you book them. You hear me? You book them.
Captain, we just got a lead on 7 guys who just may be our perps.
May? Just May be your perps? I never want to hear May from you. Ever. Unless it's the month May. But it's not. Right?
Yeah.
Thanks. Now, what time is it?
9:44.
Thanks. Some slimy croc stole my watch.
Oh, croc.
However you pronounce it, it's a regional thing, like tomato, tomato, potato, potato, Florida, Florida. It's a 11:45. By 11, I want answers. I want something, okay? Or I will put you both in unpaid suspension faster than you can say unpaid suspension. And that's only 5 syllables, so you better be done by 4.
Unpaid suspension.
That's not good. It's not good at all. In fact, it's bad.
Hey, Piper. Got it. Shaker lows.
Let's move fast.
So, how's it going?
You got a nose job. Why is it so long?
That actually used to be 10 feet longer due to my career.
What do you do?
I ran for president.
Chung Chung, Shaker Loose, 10 a.m.
FTPD, whose SUV is that parked on the curb?
That's mine, officer.
What's your name?
I'm happy.
I said, what's your name?
I told you, I'm happy.
Listen, I don't care if you're ecstatic. If you don't tell me your name right now, I'll make sure you're never happy again for the rest of your life.
But I've always been happy.
All right, punk, I'm taking you in.
Pardon me, officers, but I believe there's been a misunderstanding. His name is Happy. See all of our regular names, for instance. My name's Dog. Happy, you've met.
Hello again.
Then there's Grumpy. Sleepy. Sneezy.
Sorry, hold on.
Bashful.
Hi.
And last but not least, Dopey.
Anyway,
And we're the 7 dwarfs.
Dwarfs.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. We're not that dwarfish in size. We planned a 7-on-7 hoops league. The name was actually Coach White's idea. We're not short, but compared to everyone else on the court, we're tiny. It's all relative.
Like Dwayne Wade, he's 6'4", but next to Shaq, he looks like Gary Coleman.
Or like today when Grumpy had to post up on that huge center.
I hate that guy. All he does is complain about his yard. Wow, I have trouble with weed control. Wow, there's an oversized beanstalk blocking out the light in my sunroom.
Give him a break, you guys. He's been robbed like 3 times this week.
Okay, enough small talk.
We need to know where you were earlier this morning.
Unicorn.
Dopey, please. I can handle this. We are at the game, then rush back here to kick off our yard sale.
According to an eyewitness, it looks like he made a pit stop on the way.
Unicorn.
Dopey.
Unicorn.
No, you're right. We did stop.
Yeah, that demolished building was a gold mine for us.
What are you talking about?
See, for we dwarfs, schooling the opposition on the hardware is just a hobby. We make a living selling antiques, knickknacks, and rare gems at yard sales. So when we're lucky enough to come across that rubble after game, well, after we went, it was quite a successful excavation.
You do realize that tampering with the crime scene is a federal offense.
We didn't know it was a crime scene. And besides, we've got junk excavation permits. Boys?
And let me guess, you didn't see anything suspicious?
What about this coach White of yours? Any chance he's hairy and owns an industrial fan?
No, and he's a she.
She's coaching without pay in exchange for free hashing the removal of our garage. She has been in bed ever since she ate this 2-week-old McDonald's apple pie. We thought it was coronavirus, but it was actually an apple pie. Dr. Charming's coming by later with True Love's Kiss.
Which is just a corny, we read a name for Imodium A.D. Not sure why we need to waste money on a doctor since this guy's been out of med school for 5 years.
Dental school! You know that!
Well, then maybe you shouldn't go by doc. Yeah, what about dent?
I hate you all.
Another dead end, and that was the best lead we had. Captain's not going to be happy.
Hey, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
Can it, short stack?
You betcha.
What if during the excavation the Tiny Tims found a clue?
We're going to need to see your loot from the crime scene.
Sure thing, boys. Let's give him an inventory. What'd you find?
Lunch pail, shovel,
We'll go.
turkey hoagie.
And I found this ID card for a construction site.
No obvious threads linking the clues unless these are set in costume pieces for a music video about construction workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be the case.
Or he's just a construction worker.
It is a small world, after all.
Chung, high-rise east construction site, 10:42 a.m. What am I doing this?
FTPD, we've been looking for you!
Hey!
I swear I didn't do anything.
The innocent ones always run. Book 'em!
You're under arrest for the unwanted destruction of homes made out of foolish, raw material.
Listen, guys, I think you got the wrong wolf.
Oh yeah? Well, in Justice Town, I'm the mayor.
And who's she?
She's on the school board.
Chung, District Attorney's Office, 12-3,
I know you 3 have been through a lot today, but I promise we'll get through this as quickly and painlessly as possible. First off, my name is Executive Assistant District Attorney STILTSKIN, and over there is Assistant District Attorney MERM.
Afternoon.
First off, let's get your names. For the record,
I'm Pig 1.
I'm Pig 2, which makes you
Pig 3.
85. Dang it!
So, Pig 1, let's review your story. You were alone in your straw-like house. Wolf approaches the house, knocks it down.
Yeah, kept saying he'd blow my house in, which sounded a little weird. I told him to hold on. That was Shaven, you know, the really tough part, right here. And then before I know it, bam, my house is kaput.
Then what?
Well, I was freaking out, right? So I curly-tailed it to my bros.
He showed up all discombobulated. Pork almighty. I felt his forehead. He was bacon. And I mean sizzling.
Go on.
Same thing. Basically, I'm shaving, that hairy guy shows up with the fan of his, and before you know it, bam, my bachelor pad's yard waste.
And that's where you come in.
Quite. They arrived at my doorstep utterly frazzled, so I comforted them with tea and crumpets.
At which point, the perpetrator arrived, attempted identical fan-powered destruction, but failed.
That is affirmative, Counselor.
Now, what about this Wolf character? You know him?
We did. He was the highest bidder on the contract for all 3 of our houses, but we all withdrew at the last minute.
Why?
We saw him and that poor girl in the red hoodie on judge duty. That B&E mess last month with the old lady.
The one with the schnauzer and the empty kitchen cabinets?
No.
Oh, the one who lives on the Nike.
No, that other old lady, you know, the better to blanket with, my dear.
Right.
So we certainly didn't want any association with a convicted felon.
Was he angry about your pulling the contract?
Absolutely livid.
Hello, motive.
Chances are we'll need you to testify in court about what you just told us.
We will do whatever is necessary.
One thing I'm not clear on, though. Why the disparity in the composition of your respective residences?
It's a pretty simple story, really. See, Mom and Pa passed away about 10 years back.
Luau.
But they left behind a sizable trust fund for each of us.
Problem is, me and Pig One, we got our vices. Me, I invested most of my inheritance as the executive producer of Donald Trump's debut country music album.
What about you?
This little piggy went to Vegas.
He lost everything on the roulette wheel.
Always bet on pink.
So, as you can imagine, given that red and black are the only options for that, and given that Donald Trump, well, you know, Pig One and I didn't have much money left over to invest in real estate.
Hence my straw.
And mistakes.
How about you?
I invested my inheritance in a new condominium, replete with fortified Ukrainian stainless steel, state-of-the-art motion sensor alarm system, and most importantly, windproof foundation.
Gee, sounds not cheap.
Indeed, I too no longer have any money.
But at least we have each other.
Brothers in a blanket.
Pigs!
Play bargaining session for 2 p.m.
We're coming in full steam on this one. 2 counts each of malicious destruction of property and reckless endangerment. Nothing less. And, given your client's history, we can't go anywhere near the minimum jail time. But if you hand us a guilty plea, we'll lowball at 10 years with eligibility for parole.
My client pleads not guilty to all counts.
Oh, come off it, Pete. No jury out there would swallow that even if it was corn battered and served on a stick. We've got eyewitness testimony of your client fleeing the scene, his personal effects in the rubble. We've got motive, opportunity, and let's not forget this guy's got a rap sheet longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, picnic basket theft, nursing home B&E, impersonation of the age, and I'm just getting warmed up.
For each of those crimes, my client was falsely accused.
Exactly. That's why his first and middle name are Big and Bad.
Okay, that is not my name. No, it's okay. I gotta get it off my chest. Yes, my name is B.B. Wolf. That stands for Bernard Bartholomew Wolf. The tabloids invented Big and Bad after the Riding Hood incident. And I'm not bad. I'm certainly not big. I'm like 5'6". That's not big. Biggie Smalls is big. Not me, never. I'm just a small-town wolf living in a lonely world. A wolf who always seems to get caught up in the wrong places at the wrong time.
Well, today you ended up at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I know, that's what I just said.
We don't care if you're big and bad, small and good, or medium and half decent. Our offer doesn't budge.
And my innocence doesn't budge.
And budge rhymes with fudge. Excuse me, I haven't eaten all day.
If you're insisting you're not guilty, why were you at the scene of each crime with a fan?
My client has already explained to the police they got 3 invitations to the BYOF parties on Facebook.
And again, you found no such invitation.
Someone could have easily deleted it.
You're scraping, Ball.
What about that slow motion chase sequence?
I was afraid, okay? First, that whole mix-up with that theater kid, then the Riding Hood incident, and now this, I can't take it anymore.
I have some brilliant advice. Stop committing crimes.
My client's innocent still. The plea stands.
Have it your way.
Glad to see you're still at it, Pete. As usual, following the herd, repping a criminal.
Say what you will, but I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
And what's that?
My job.
CHU-CHUNK, District Attorney's Office, 2:20 p.m.
Two houses in the same day, both taken down by a fan-toting wolf.
I know, boss. It's crazy.
Didn't the same thing happen in Eastwick a couple months back? It was in the paper.
Forgot about that.
So you might say how this case has been ripped from the headlines?
Good point.
Headlines ripping aside, we gotta talk about this BB Wolf character who I don't have to remember has been a thorn in my side for I care to remember.
We remember.
I get healed every time Harry Gary's hair walks. You need to drop a net on this guppy.
Queen, this case is watertight. We'll get a conviction before gavel hits wood.
You better be right, because I don't care what you have to do. Stack that Jerry with a couple rings if you have to. You didn't hear that from me, though.
Hear what from you?
Exactly. This is terrible. What happened to you?
MERM here just got back from vacation. Scuba diving in Maui.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like the opposite of sea legs.
I tell you, life on the sea, by and large, is far superior to anything we got up here.
Don't I know it?
Well, you better recover and recover fast, because I need you both on your A game this afternoon.
We won't let you down, Queen. Within the hour, our big and bad perp's gonna be wolfing down prison food.
Yeah, you'll hear all about his guilty verdict on Wolf Blitzer's Instagram.
You both hungry like the wolf, and I like that. I'll see you both tomorrow. I'm cutting out early.
Where to?
Heading out to Queens for a Queens concert.
Nice.
How do I look?
A wicked hot.
You're the hottest of them all.
That's clearly kissing up. You're both promoted.
Courtroom, 4:30 p.m.
And when you approached the defendant at the construction site, did he comply quietly and surrender to you?
He did not. He attempted to flee, but thankfully, me and Detective Rell were able to subdue him.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you have heard, the defendant was witnessed fleeing the scene, after which blatantly resisting arrest. Nothing further.
Cross-examine. Detective H.D. Is it, given your physical liabilities, if you're fit to give testimony...
I'll show you physical liability!
Order! Objection, Your Honor. The witness's physical condition is not on trial.
Your Honor, I put forth that the cause of the witness's recently sustained injuries may very well have something to do with the apprehension of my client. It would therefore render this witness unfit for testimony.
Proceed.
Now, Detective, how did you sustain these injuries?
I'm not going to answer any of these delusional shepherds hippie talk.
Then I will hold you in contempt of court.
Okay, fine. You want to know? I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. But don't blame me if you have nightmares about it for the rest of your life. It was Thursday afternoon. I was on my lunch break, minding my own business, sitting. But I wasn't just sitting anywhere. Oh no, I wasn't. I was sitting on a wall. Seemed stable enough. Why wouldn't a wall be stable? But before I knew it, it gave way and I lost my balance. And I fell. This wasn't just any fall. Oh no, it wasn't. If I had to put a word to it, I'd say it was great. It was great. When I regained consciousness over on a gurney over at Kings County, all the finest doctors, of course, human doctors, of course, and horse doctors were attempting to put me back together again, but they failed. When the chief resident put his hoof to my hand and told me everything was going to be okay, boy, was he wrong. They failed in putting me back together again. Will I be physically stable? Sure, I'll survive, but I may never recover. Here, and along here. Though they were able to repair my torn joints, broken bones, and lacerated spinal cord, they weren't able to repair my broken soul. So to all you young people out there, listen up, because I'll only say this once. When you see a wall, respect that wall, and don't sit on it. sitting on a chair, or maybe a rocker. Happy now? I quit.
Move this along, counselors. My pumpkin hummer is double parked. Prosecution, present your next witness.
We call pigs 1 through 3. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you goose?
We do.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have already heard a point-by-point analysis of today's horrifying events. But does such an analysis convey the pure emotional turmoil you three had to endure?
No, it was horrible.
Truly frightening.
Your Honor, I can't even make eye contact with the defendant without feeling unclean.
Objection. Pigs frequently root in their own filth.
Sustained. Pigs' two comments will be stricken from the record.
Wait, I was supposed to be writing this down?
I'll rephrase. More specifically, are you afraid of the big bad wolf?
The big bad wolf.
The big bad wolf.
Objection.
Are you afraid of Bernard Bartholomew Wolf?
Tra-la-la-la-la.
You'll have to excuse my brother. He's speaking in an archaic version of Pig Latin, in which tra-la-la-la-la roughly translates into English as yes.
And would you describe that fear?
It was terrifying. I was just shaving like any other day. Then this ferocious beast walked right up to my front door and blew my house in.
Can any of you in the jury imagine looking out the peephole of your own front door and seeing that?
Walked right up to my front door, front door, front door.
Looking out the peephole, peephole, peephole.
Perfect recovery from the rear.
Identical approach on the building from the backside, backside.
Indeed, I too no longer have any money.
Always bet on pink.
I invested most of my inheritance on Trump.
Money.
Objection!
Mr. Stiltskin, did you or did you not just object your own line of questioning?
Indeed I did, Your Honor. Indeed I did.
This is highly unorthodox.
We live in a highly unorthodox time, Your Honor. Well, yesterday, I just saw a man walking a cat.
I'll allow it.
What are you doing? My job.
Technically, that's my job.
Pigs number 1 and 2. In your testimony just now, you revealed to this court that the defendant approached your front door in order to topple your comically flimsy houses.
Yes, sir.
But the crime scene investigators have confirmed that the point of attack was from the rear of each house. Therefore, it is my supposition that you three kids staged the destructions of your home, and you could easily frame a wolf and criminal, and in the end, walk away free pigs you collected on the insurance money you so desperately desire. That is my supposition. That is what really happened. How do you plead?
All right, we do.
Okay. We were broke. We needed the money so badly. I haven't been on pink in almost 48 hours.
And D-Trump lied to me. He promises me to bridge the generation gap and end world hunger with hypnotic, funky rhythms. And that was false. Neither of those things happened.
Evil stepsister, take them away.
Well played, Stiltskin. Well played indeed.
Your Honor, motion for dismissal.
Motion granted. This court is adjourned.
Thank you for everything.
Don't thank me. Thank Echoing Flashbacks.
Not bad, counselor. Not bad at all. By the way, technically, I won that case. All right, see ya.
Well, that was a twist ending. Like to see it to believe it. Let's get out of here. Dinner's on me.
I won't argue with that.
Well, what do you feel like eating?
Well, you know what I'm always hungry for.
And what's that?
Justice.
That, my friend, has already been served.